Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will take over.
4-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. 4. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
And on the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
On 2nd down, Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Dolphins.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great run.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tua gets this one into the hands of Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Preston Williams.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Breida on a toss left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Keeper thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hand, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely.
Rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Matt Milano able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They win zone blitz. They're obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll set up a screen for Breida. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Trey Flowers Tigers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now this one over the middle, into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw again. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Returnable for Grant. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it, escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
First down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. This is intercepted. My goodness. One down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Ball carrier.
A sea of Dolphins there that time in on the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
It's 4th down.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Dolphins.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Breida on the carry.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And 4 at the Lions' 24-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Tunga Vailoa.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 10, Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tua. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
3rd down.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin 1st. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And look at this. They possession at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
At the 33-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 25 yards that time.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10.
Is good. Makes the score Lions 14, Dolphins 10.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to pass to him. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Complete to
Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Dolphins 17, Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. He'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Right at midfield.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Tua now on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big.
Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. They got him in. It's Woods. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's airing it out for Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. He got the slim lead late in the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went,
and this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yards.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa steps away. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One final try for Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Today's final score.
They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7.